All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number 1 from Lernerville. John Tobias and Kelly Wheeler have the front row. Pops Moore and Bob Curtis on the second row. John Rayner and Greg Boydell rounding out the field. Everybody getting lined up. And the pace car rolls them out onto the dirt. And a few of them taking the opportunity to catch a little air. Finishing out the season, having a little bit of fun. It will be 1 week off, so we will not have them on track next week, but we'll be back the week after for a new season. Let's finish this season strong. Here we go. Heat number 1 underway now. Kelly Wheeler, John Tobias. Oh, they both get together. Tobias stays. And Pops Moore quickly shoots by and takes the lead. Rayner now up to third, Boydell in fourth. Bob Curtis back in fifth. Kelly Wheeler lost a lot of ground. Pops Moore, we've seen him all season long just dominate a lot of the dirt racing. But he said every time he gets in these 358s, he says he struggles in them. That has not proven to be true. He is fast in these as well. John Tobias just set the fastest lap. Boydell second in points, trying to make some ground up here. Currently running in third. Kelly Wheeler has just taken fifth and the fastest lap as they get 2 to go. Wheeler trying to make up some ground. Oh no! John Rayner off track in turn 2 as Pops takes the white flag. One more time around for Heat 1. Down the back straightaway, a battle back behind for second. It's going to be close. Pops will get the win. And Boydell brings it home in second. John Tobias recovered into third. Kelly Wheeler made his way all the way back to fourth place. Great comeback for him. All right, here we go for Heat 2. Greg Parmalee and Armando Melgoza on the front row. Terry Landis, Scott Sinacker in the second row. Gary Offutt and Mayor Bixler rounding out the field for Heat 2. Everybody getting stacked up back behind on pit road. Everybody on the grid, the pace car begins rolling. Everybody gets stacked back up as they come out of turn 2, getting ready for Heat 2 here at Lernerville. The pace car dives to pit road. And here they come. Green flag is back in the air. Heat 2 is underway and the track is starting to slick off in 1 and 2 on entry as well. Perry Landis on the attack down on the bottom. He has really been making that bottom work regardless of car the last few weeks. Gary Offit on the move as well. Offit already to third. Scott Zanacker currently in fourth. Mayor Bixler in fifth. Armando in sixth. Marmalee has the fastest lap at the moment. But Landis still right there in striking distance. But Offit on the move. Landis tried the high line for a lap. He has dropped back down to the bottom, or shot back up to the high line rather. Landis on the attack for the lead, shoots to the bottom there, side by side. Landis using the high line through 3 and 4, changing it up every lap as they get the white flag. Oh, Landis has a bobble on the bottom. And Parmalee has a big gap going into turn 3. Greg Parmalee will get the win in Heat 2. All right, the drivers get a few minutes of warm-up here to find a little more speed. We'll see what the boys come up with this time. Based on those two heats, there's going to be a lot of back and forth on this one. Greg Boydell making it out on track first. And it looks like most of the field is headed out. Now the question is, who can win the feature, and can anybody unseat Pops, or will Pops come home with the title here tonight? Pops has dominated the season with 5 wins. Will he get to victory lane again tonight, or will it be somebody new? Hey, good evening, DJ. How are you, bud? And we are definitely going to have us a little race here in the near future, buddy. Remember, these guys are some of the most experienced on iRacing. A lot of these guys have done real world racing as well. They're all 55 and older. And yet they come out here with some of the best dirt ratings on iRacing as well. Some of these guys are extraordinarily good. Warm-up is over. Let's get it going. The championship race from Lernerville next. And don't forget, we do have a doubleheader tonight, so we'll be at Talladega right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The feature from Lernerville. The championship race, and the points leader, Pops Moore, on the front row next to Greg Parmalee. Greg Boydell, Terry Landis have the second row. John Tobias, Gary Offit on the third row. Kelly Wheeler, Scott Zanacker on the fourth row. John Rayner and Mayor Bixler rounding out the top 10. Bob Curtis starting in 11th. Armando Melgoza rounding out the field. Everybody rolling off this tricky pit road exit. As we saw in practice, practice in the heats, you come off that pit road wrong, you're going to catch some air. If anybody has to make a pit stop, especially under green flag conditions here tonight, things could get a bit hairy. Pace car will take them around one more time. Then take a deep breath, folks. We've got 25 laps of action here. I have a feeling some of these guys will be holding their breath as well. Pace car has gone in. Here they come through 3 and 4. And the green flag flies. The championship race from Lernerville is underway. And whoa, we've got one slow on the bottom. Look like Boydell got a run in there. One car is way off track. Holy cow, Terry Landis just had one heck of a ride off the turn 3. Landis has towed it into pit road. We will not see a caution, but let's see what happened. There's Landis in the U car out of 2, gets a bump, gets another tap, comes off the turn 3 berm, and man, ends up upside down on the fence. Heartbreaking night for Terry Landis. Meanwhile, Bobs continues to control the race. Greg Parmalee right on his bumper. And there is a 3-car battle going on for second. They were 3 wide through 1 and 2. Oh, don't worry, DJ. I got something for you, buddy. A little bit of contact back behind. Landis is back out on track. Several laps down, hoping for cautions to get him back on the lead lap. Kelly Wheeler battling for the lead. Wheeler started back in 7th. Greg Parmalee in 3rd, Greg Boydell in 4th. Boydell is the only driver with a shot of beating Pops in the championship, but right now it ain't looking good. John Tobias currently in 5th. Mayor Bixler already up into 6th. Scott Zanacker in 7th. John Rayner in 8th. Gary Offit and Armando Melgoza battle it out. Armando moving forward. Still going up front, battling for the lead. Kelly Wheeler still trying to get it. Wheeler working that bottom line, but Pops has the momentum out of the turn. Up top, Wheeler takes it. A little bit of a slide. Pops saw it coming. Pops crosses over. Pops now back to the bottom as they come out of turn 2. That has allowed Boydell, who's back up into third, to close back up, but that outside line is starting to slick off. Boydell just catching up to the bumper of Pops Moore, while Kelly Wheeler pulling ahead. Greg Parmalee back in fourth. John Tobias in fifth. Bixler now in sixth. Scott Zanacker in seventh. Rayner in eighth. But Offit on the move. Offit lost a ton of momentum there. And Greg Parmalee has had a problem going to pit road. Let's see what happened to Greg here. Oh, sent it a little too high on the cushion. Ouch. Looks like he just decided to take her in after that. Kelly starting to pull a little bit of a gap. He has about a half second on Pops. And Pops has his hands full with Greg Boydell. Boydell now peeking under for second place. Can't get there yet. He's going to have to make it quick. Not a lot of laps left to go. 6 to go. There was some contact at the line. John Tobias in fourth, closing ground, as is Bixler, who's now to fifth. Kelly Wheeler, meanwhile, opening that gap even further. Pops puts a little bit of space between him and Boydell. Boydell now trying to make the high line work, and he may get it this time. Boydell gets the run out of 2. Nothing Pops can do about it. 3 laps to go at Lernerville. Kelly Wheeler so far has led just the majority of the race. Greg Boydell holding on to second. Pops in third as they get 2 to go. Despite Boydell taking second place, Pops will still win the championship if they finish as they run right now. And here we go, white flag flies one more time around for Kelly Wheeler. And Kelly Wheeler will end the season on top with the win. Greg Boydell comes home in second. Pops Moore comes home in third and takes the championship. DJ, that Sesto, man, that is a beautiful car. Kelly Wheeler ends the season in victory lane. And folks, don't forget, still another race to go. DW12s take on Talladega, 230 miles an hour. But first, let's see if we can get a word with our top 3, including our new champion, Pops Moore. While we're waiting for the drivers to get ready to talk, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and especially YouTube. All the races, all the highlights, everything we have ever done is on our YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. We release something like 10 to 12 shorts every day. There's always something funny to watch. Drivers are getting out of the cars. We'll have them here in just a moment. And as I mentioned, one more race to go. We'll finish the season off at Talladega in the DW12 IndyCar. And let's get started with our new champ, third place finisher, Pops Moore. Well, Pops, you came home in third, but more importantly, you won the championship.
Oh, I did. Woohoo! Yay. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. I was trying to hold off Greg there towards the end of that race because I knew that was him behind me, and I think he was second in points. And I thought, man, if I can just finish in front of him, I think I got it made, or you know, I should have it made. But and I went to the bottom just to protect the bottom and keep him from passing me down there. And then he went to the top and went around the outside of me. I thought, well, dang, Greg, he's just fast in these things, man. Hats off to him for a good run there.
Man, it was a good run and a good season by you with 5 wins and 9 top 5s. The best performance of any driver in the field, man. An awesome season, buddy.
Cool. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed every lap of it, man. This was a good bunch of guys to run with.
Well, man, congratulations. Or anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Just the sponsors. Who is the sponsors tonight for us? I don't even know, but just the sponsors in this deal. Thank you for the broadcast and Coast to Coast Racing League for giving us a cool league to come out here and run.
Man, great job, great season, and congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Doug.
Pops comes home with the championship, but in second place, Greg Boydell. Greg, man, you came home second on track and second in the championship. Still a great overall season and a great night. Greg, you got me? Looks like Greg might be having issues. Okay, apparently Greg Boydell is having some sort of an issue, so we'll try and get a word with him here in just a few moments before they hop in the cars at Talladega. Folks, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment from Talladega. Indy cars doing 230 plus miles an hour. It's going to be a good one.